This is going to be the final time that I do it. This is going to be the final time that, you know, I'm emailing these people and speaking to these people. I just handed it in and I feel really weak. It is gone. This is literally the last thing that I need to happen this week. Goodbye. Dude, that's actually crazy. This is so sad. Oh my god. I am honestly still in shock that it is my final week at Penguin. I spent so many years trying, I say so many, so I meant to say so many months. I spent like a year trying to get into Penguin and trying to get into publishing, and it took me a really long time when I got my job offer for the job I'm about to go into to sort of accept even that by taking the other job. I wasn't completely throwing away everything that my past self was working on. You can come with me while we wait for the kettle to boil. The crazy thing is, it's not even like I dislike my current job. I've been very open about my time in publishing online as well, and I've been so grateful that I've been in such a lovely team. And so it took me a long time to be like, why am I even going for this job if I'm okay in my current job? But I also decided at the beginning of this year that I wanted to really push myself outside my comfort zone. The kettle is done. Yeah, this is the furthest outside my comfort zone that I could possibly get. Let's move you over here. But the main reason I decided to take this job after literally spending a whole weekend like crying is because I was like, you know what? Let's put it into perspective. My dream has always been to be a content creator. My dream has not been to be that publishing bitch. This also would have made more sense if I remembered to say that my current role is going to be related to video content creation. So basically, my current role is closer to being a content creator than my previous role. And essentially, I got offered the job on a Friday. I spent the whole weekend being like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? I was having a massive freak out about changing careers and changing from an industry that I knew so much about and was excited to learn more about. But after speaking with a lot of my friends as well who have had to make similar career changes, they were basically like, look, I know you love your team and I know you love the core of your job, but realistically, like, don't stay for the people, because people will change inevitably in like corporate environments. It's better to be realistic and be like, actually, there is a very good chance that I could spend like 5 years in this role and not get promoted just because of the way publishing as a whole works, to be honest. But yeah, basically, it's going to be a really long and really emotional week, so now I need to go do all the work that I need to get done before I leave. I came in a bit before the opening set. I took the bet. I know the rest is good, I guess. The cabin is a crowd around and I can scarce get by on second breath between the breaths. Now it's 1 a.m. and I don't know how I get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing in between. When I was walking back from the gym, I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit emotional. Like, why? What's going on? I don't understand. Cramps. Now I understand. So I think for the rest of today, I'm just going to take it a bit easy. Luckily, I don't have too much filming to do today. But it also is very scary to me that my entire schedule really could change very soon. And that's going to affect the way that I do my content and make content for you guys. But let's not go down that rabbit hole just yet, because I do have videos and content that I need to make for this week. So my partner left quite early this morning, and last week he was ill, and now I'm ill. I woke up this morning, I don't know if you can tell in my voice, I'm feeling a bit congested. So I have some lovely Lemsip here. just a great way to start the day. I also had one of those nights where like I basically didn't sleep. I feel like I always get ill at like the worst possible times. I mean, to be fair, when is getting ill ever good? But I was like, this is literally the last thing that I need to happen this week. It was quite funny though, yesterday before I logged off, I handed in like my last ever expense form and I was like, let's get that dollar. It was literally only like £10, but I was like, you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna get it. Give me the £10, okay? But I thought I might actually tell you a little bit about what I actually need to do before I leave. So currently I'm working on my handover notes, which I feel like pretty self-explanatory. It's all about the job. I'm also working on trying to clear out my inbox, which if you work in publishing, you know, I'm just trying my best out here. Is it possible? Who knows? But then I'm also trying to like do some email roundups, do our final newsletter. And it still feels so weird to say final. I feel like one of the things I'm gonna miss the most about my job is probably the consistency. I know when I moved to Stonewall that the job is gonna be a lot more like free form, even though it will be sort of creating content. I know it's not gonna be like the routine tasks. But that being said, it's not a bad thing to break out of the routine. I'm just scared of change. But who isn't? But while my boyfriend is out, I thought it would be fun because he's worked really hard to surprise him with a nice lunch when he gets back and also meet him at the station. So we are gonna go and get some food for him. Oh, I had to do a speedy walk because I got the call that my boyfriend is like 5 minutes away, so I need to get cooking. It was very successful. He liked his lunch. And I'm gonna get back to work, and it's interesting because despite my 4 hours of sleep, I am feeling quite energized, but talk to me again at the end of the day and let's see how I feel.
How are you feeling?
Back of my old diary, I gotta break sometime. It's underlined and red, scrawled across the screen beneath the spider ring. I gotta break sometime. I left it all unread. And the more I know, the less I seem to care. Weighted down by everything and falling through the air. And the more I hold, the less that I can bear. But hey, we all gotta break sometime. Cracked inside a kiln between the fire. We all gotta break sometime. You glazed it anyway. Screamed across the city from a windowsill. That's all you had to say. But the more I know, the less I seem to care.
That's actually crazy. This is so sad.
Weighted down by everything and falling through the air. And the more I hold, the less that I can bear. But hey, we all gotta break sometime.
So Thursday yesterday was my final day in the office, and yes, I'm filming this in my dressing gown because it's been a long week, as you can see. And honestly, I was so surprised. I wasn't as emotional as expected. It was really nice weather to start off the day though, and I feel like I was like looking really good. I feel like I had like a cute outfit, so I was just like, I'm feeling it. And when I was actually like getting onto the train in the morning, I was like really in my feels, in my head. But despite it being my final day, I actually had quite a lot of work to get done. And I feel like my feeling throughout the week has honestly just been focusing so much on the amount of work that I needed to finish for my handover. But whilst I was doing like, you know, our final newsletter, I was just trying to slow down and remind myself of like, no, you know, like I actually really enjoy writing our newsletter. This is going to be the final time that I do it. This is going to be the final time that, you know, I'm emailing these people and speaking to these people. But the one thing that made me feel really strange was actually when I was like handing over my laptop, because I just felt so naked. Like anyone who works in the UK, I feel like has experienced the endless joy that is owning a ThinkPad. So when I had to hand it over, I was both relieved and a bit sad. Because honestly, oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, it's like the world's worst laptop. Please, I am genuinely hoping I get a better laptop in my next job. And I literally like sent my goodbye email with like 5 minutes to spare before I had to rush up to hand it over. It was really nice though throughout the day. Like my team were lovely enough to organise a leaving lunch and leaving drinks for me, which was great. My boss gave a speech that basically nearly made me cry, but because my eyeliner was on fleek, I was like, I cannot afford to cry right now, okay? And it was so nice in the evening to just like have a nice chill time and just actually connect with my colleagues as people rather than like, you know, having to put up those like barriers of being like a professional. And then I got home, and I think one of the reasons why I wasn't actually as emotional as I thought is because I'm keeping, you know, the good parts of the job, which are all the wonderful people that I've met and all the connections I've made. And I feel like that is probably what is going to stick with me for the long run. And, you know, to quote one of my colleagues that came to my leaving drinks, it's not the end. And it's crazy because it doesn't feel like the end, even though it definitely is.
Paints the colors of